Solgaleo is broken. Bulk, speed, power, looks. This card's got it all. For just 2 energy, Soul Breaker will deal 120 damage, with the minimal downside of dealing 10 damage to itself. Arcanine and Giratina feel insulted. Normally, an attack of this nature is balanced by the fact that Solgaleo is a stage 2 evolution, meaning it'll take you some time to build all pieces. Except Rare Candy exists now, so forget I said anything. What makes this card so good is that its energy efficiency doesn't just lie within its attack. Solgaleo's ability is just as important here. Rising Road allows you to switch Solgaleo with whatever Pokemon you have in the active slot for free. This means you can fully focus on building up Cosmog while having another Pokemon soak up damage without losing any momentum in the process. I've seen players combine Solgaleo with Skarmory, which makes sense, but it's also kind of boring. I wanted to go for a combination that really makes use of Solgaleo's Rising Road ability, because being able to retreat any Pokemon from the front line for free is an extremely powerful thing for a card to be capable of. Running Solgaleo with Skarmory is effective, but the Snorlax combination is just downright insane. 140 HP on a non-EX basic is incredible. This huge HP stat is balanced by a massive retreat cost. Snorlax is clearly designed to be very difficult to pivot with. Once he's sent to the front line, he's pretty much stuck there. Except Solgaleo is able to swap places with him for free. This allows you to use Snorlax as a wall while you build up Solgaleo, which doesn't take very long at all, by the way. Snorlax is asleep. That's fine, because you're not actually retreating him. Whether your Pokemon is asleep or paralyzed, Solgaleo will swap places with them regardless. In today's deck, Snorlax wakes up early. Solgaleo transforms Snorlax into the ultimate early game wall. And thanks to a full set of Berry, Snorlax's role goes beyond that of a punching bag here. After Solgaleo goes down, Snorlax can come back in and collapse for the win. Solgaleo only requires 2 energy in order to fully function, which means the moment we've achieved that, we can focus on building up energy onto Snorlax. This is why this Pokemon combination is so good. Together they make up for a deck that's fast, resilient, and powerful enough to threaten a 2-hit KO on pretty much every single Pokemon in the game. To get more value out of Snorlax's bulk, we run a full set of Poison Barb, which will poison any Pokemon daring to attack him. Honestly, Rocky Helmet may still be better here. I want to play the new card, okay? Solgaleo is definitely going to be one of the strongest decks in the meta, and while most players combine him with Skarmory, I believe Snorlax is a stronger combination. Berry accelerates Snorlax's offense, while Solgaleo elevates his worth as a defender. Click on the link in the description down below to head on over to Tactor.com, where you will find all of my decks, and you can share yours. What Pokemon should I build around next? You decide. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a soul day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. In case you're wondering, ranked is not up as I'm recording this. You know, because I'm pretty sure I'll get some questions. We are playing. The ranked season has not begun. I think I'm going to drop down to Ultra Bowl 3. But we got a pretty solid opening hand here with Snorlax going second on to Berry, but we're facing off against a Pachirisu into a Tapu Koko with a pretty art. So they can ramp onto that. That's a combination that I really want to explore. Okay, we got the Pokeball. 66% chance to find us. Wait, what's your name? Cosmog. Exactly. Let's drop you here. Let's play the energy on to Snorlax. As we can Berry. We can Berry turn 2 to eliminate Pachirisu and only allow them to ramp once. And it's not technically a ramp because they're just chipping away at us, but having this thing attack us twice, that's when, you know, Pachirisu is actually getting value. By stopping it here and there, or here and then, English, we're looking good as we're gonna go for the Berry. For a very powerful attack. And knock him out. Good start for us. The Volt Switch allows Tapu Koko to pivot out. But right now, I don't see anything they want to move into. And it cannot attack next turn. We wake up. So another Berry just allows us to one-hit kill this as well. Which would be tremendous. Perhaps it would make things a little bit too easy. Now, that's not the case. It's still at Solgaleo range, though. I think 120 is going to be a pretty important threshold for HP stats to meet. Taking Giant Cape into account, as this Pokemon is definitely going to be very prevalent, and there's the Pikachu EX, but they got to do a lot of build-up for that. And we find the Professor's Research. I repeat, we find the Professor's Research. We got a Poison Barb as well. This pretty much guarantees, actually. We still have one Pokeball left in the deck. We have another Snorlax left. So I'm actually gonna go for the Pokemon communication now. See if I can find, you know, I'm still not good with the names, but you know, the middle child. We do not find the middle child. So now I am gonna deploy the Snorlax here to protect against Sabrina's. And I'm gonna apply a Poison Barb as I build up another energy onto Snorlax here to collapse. We are a Cosmo M or Rare Candy draw away from being able to set up Solgaleo, but that's the whole point of this combination. If it takes us a while to find the pieces, Snorlax will buy us that time. The sheer bulk and the ability to like normally when you play Snorlax, you're like, okay, when I send the other one, I'm gonna be stuck with this one in there, but it just mixes so well with this guy because you're just able to pivot as if it's nothing. And now they're gonna Sabrina us. Okay. Okay. I mean, we have this Snorlax ready. We can use this one to tank. And we should be placing energy onto the Cosmog. They're gonna pivot this into Pachirisu. And start ramping again. Okay. Alright. We draw the other Pokeball. That's why we send the basic Pokemon back to the deck, so we wouldn't have a dead Pokeball draw. We get to thin the deck in exchange. And now the question is, what do we do here? We've killed one of them. At this point, I see no reason not to drop this Cosmog, play energy onto you, because if I top deck... I mean, I have another berry, but I have 2 rare candies, is the thing. So I could potentially send in Solgaleo, knowing that they cannot one-shot it with Pikachu, even with a red. Actually, they can. With a red, they can. That's dangerous. I have to be careful here. That's dangerous. There's Cosmo M. I'm gonna place energy onto the Snorlax to threaten with a berry. I have 6 cards left in my deck. One of them is berry. And if I get one more kill, I don't have to worry about, like, after that I can just send Solgaleo and I knock out everything on the board. My Snorlax is so thick that I'm just able... And if I was playing Skarmory in this particular matchup, I would be getting hit super effectively by the Pachirisu. Whoa. But no. Oh, wow, okay, they just die. And this is gonna come off as BM, but I want to show this for the intro. This interaction right here. This Snorlax in the front. Energy on to Cosmo M. Solgaleo. We activate the Rising Road. May the road rise. Snorlax in the back, and a free win. In my throat. Clean. They walked right into that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why you just don't start pivoting around with the Tapu Kokos, really. You just build up energy there and just try to break through my Snorlax that way. The moment you let that Pikachu in the front, especially without a giant cape, it's dead. It's gone. And that's something that, you know, you have to... Like, when you deck build, I do think this guy is going to be very prevalent in the meta. I mean, generally that tends to happen by design with Pokemon Pocket expansions. The legendaries that we get, the EX legendaries rather, They always find a way to make them really good, and Solgaleo is definitely very good. It seems a lot better than Lunala, but I haven't experimented with her yet, to be honest, but I feel like this card is just kind of like insane. And this guy hits for 120. So I do expect the metagame to kind of like adapt to that. So having Pokemon with like 110 HP, for example, is kind of like the mark to meet, because you can put a giant cape onto them and survive a hit from this thing. Thank you for... I say the TikTok thing a lot, but you know, that's just... You try saying new things when you upload daily videos. I'm rambling at this point. Round 2. Aragon. What do you got for us? We're going second again. Against water. Okay. We have Cosmog onto Solgaleo. And all we need is a rare candy. Ladies and gentlemen, all we need is that. I'm going to drop these two because Mars is to be expected. Like, I think Mars is going to be kind of like a must in a lot of decks in this meta. So I'm going to start playing around it. Like, even though a turn 1 Sabrina could technically snow us down, it's not the end of the world. But all we need is rare candy, and we can showcase the free pivot from Snorlax onto Solgaleo for that hit. As they have Crab Brawler in the back. They're playing Crab Brawler. They're playing the Crab and the Mamoswine. Interesting. Let's see if we can find that rare candy. I mean, we have double Professor's Research, so I think we just like... Oh. I mean, we got Berry. We got Berry, ladies and gentlemen. And again, playing around things. I'm going to drop another Cosmog here. We have Berry, so I don't feel the need to, like, just resort to the Solgaleo. To be fair, though, Pillow-Swine does survive, right? Pillow-Swine has 110 HP, so maybe this was a mistake. And map... Yeah, but rare candy onto a map, that's just... You're gonna attack tomorrow. That is a sick... Oh my god, that's so dope, though. That Crabominal. And they... Okay, they IO us. Okay. That's a powerful IO, but... No Solgaleo, but we do have double rare candy. Yeah. Let me evolve one here. Place the energy onto it. I don't need to play anymore. I have double rare candy, but I can just like... Because I place the energy onto Snorlax, I don't get to attack quickly here. But the problem is that this rare candy Mamoswine combination is exactly what the issue with this is. I just get to evolve onto Solgaleo here. Naturally, and preserve the rare candy for the other one. I keep forgetting, I don't actually retreat with Snorlax. I activate Rising Road, and I bring in your boy for a 2-hit KO. Keeping the Snorlax in hand because we still have Pokemon Communication. Then Crabominal comes in and... I'm gonna leave this game in because I did a tier list of evolutions, stage 2 evolutions, and how much they synergize with rare candy. Mamoswine was D tier. Only Magnezone was F tier, okay? Mamoswine was like almost at the very bottom. And now you know why. Round 3. Man, I'm going second all day. And I'm not complaining. Okay, we got the combo. We got the combo, ladies and gentlemen. And because we don't want to turn 1 Mars, we're going to drop that Cosmog immediately. We have that Snorlax that can tank pretty much anything. And then we can follow it up with a Solgaleo. And then actually, that's the beautiful thing about Snorlax with the combination. Like, not only do we have a very fat wall to tank hits early, but it's also like a powerful hitter for later as well. Like, we can lead off with a Solgaleo first and then end the game with Snorlax's collapse. Like, I don't care what anybody says, man. This combination is stonks. They have Dialga, so that's silly. That's a silly combination. Like, I don't mean to come off like an asshole here, but that's just not good. This can protect us against a Sabrina, potentially, as we drop another one here. We place the energy onto that because, again, we don't want to play into a Mars. So if they Mars us, so be it, but at least we get to draw the same amount of cards. And we thin the deck out of a Cosmog, essentially. Are they gonna teleport? No, they're gonna evolve into Cosmoem. No, that's gone. And it's gone. I'm gonna go for the research though, because I can actually rare candy on the same turn I play a supporter. And I see no reason not to do that, as we are online, ladies and gentlemen. Rare candy. Onto the golden Solgaleo, the pretty one. Oh, yes. And now they have no attacking coming after. We Rising Road. We really make use of this ability, denying, just taking away all of sort of like this big fat retreat cost means nothing. As we just power through this Cosmoem, and that's pretty much game, I believe, because now they have two energy attackers, and I have this monster online that's just gonna blow them back, and I can start building up the Snorlax in the back to finish off whatever remains. Though I don't see how they survive this. I mean, there is a way, right? Like they can find another one of these Cosmogs and try to go again. But that was, you know, they walked right into that one. And they're playing Solgaleo too. But you don't combine Dialga with, like, again, I'm not trying to be dismissive here. Okay, I just built up two of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna Poison Barb. Like, why the hell not? You don't combine Dialga with Solgaleo. That's... Redundant doesn't even, like... do that. It's not enough of a word. It's like Omega redundant. Because you only need 2 energy to attack with this thing. Like, the Skarmory combination is the most obvious one. And also the most boring. But generally, like, you don't need, like... Dialga wants to blend in with Pokemon like 3 or 4 energy attackers that can benefit from the ramp. But Solgaleo doesn't really care about it. Like, it just leads to nothing. Like, this is, you know, people are trying things out. Obviously, like, not everybody's gonna reach conclusions like this as fast. But, you know, if you're watching this video, like... these last 2 games, like Mamoswine with Rare Candy, Dialga with Solgaleo, like, don't do that. Torriger. Is that misspell on purpose? We got double berry, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, we're gonna build up the Snorlax. Double Snorlax. I actually like that too, because it makes us less vulnerable to Sabrina as well if we find the other piece. Okay, we have double Snorlax, rare candy, but we don't have the Pokemon here, which is okay. Now I don't know if I want to play this. I mean, the problem is I walk into like a Mars, completely brutalizing me. But if I play the Snorlax, a Sabrina can actually really slow me down. So I'm gonna risk it. Like the one time I'm not playing against Mars, it's just that Sabrina theoretically is more likely. And they got the Spiritomb anyways, okay. Leafage. With a Leaf Cape, alright. Rare Candy, Decidueye can knock me out here. If they have Rare Candy onto it. That's 2 specific cards. I mean, they could have them, don't get me wrong. They could definitely have them. I have, like, double berry in the back. So, and I have, like, the rare candy play here. The safe bet is to go for the Cosmog. And preserve these berries for the end game. Because if they have Decidueye, they knock me out anyways. And they pivot. And they pivot, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that glitched for a second. Do they have the mid evolution? They don't yet. They go for the Spiritomb. That's quite a bit of damage that's coming my way. But 180, 170 right now. 170, 150, 140. Unless they have that, no, they can't kill me next turn anyways. I evolve into Solgaleo. I go for the Rising Road. I pivot out the Snorlax for free. And do I Poison Barb here? I do. And I break him. With the sun itself. Decidueye can deal 120 here. But they need rare candy into it. Rare Candy, Decidueye Red allows him to knock me out. Actually, wait. Did I miss? Is it? I thought it was 120. It's 100. Oh, so my Snorlax was not invulnerable. Well, it comes in. Better late than never, but we poison it in the process. And we're about to hit it hard, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to hit it hard, and we got this Snorlax in the back with Berry. Let's get it. Let's bring the sun. And break them with it. The poison keeps racking up. Very, very good stuff here. Pokeball there. Are they going to pivot? No, they got to kill this. They got to kill this. That Leafage is not strong. Yeah, they stay in. They stay in, and our boy will finish. All we need, ladies and gentlemen. One chonky boy to end things. Snorlax, my boy. Finish them! Oh, yeah. Clean. That's a cool Pokemon, though. Like, I gotta try Decidueye. I got the Rainbow Art. And yeah, I'm gonna flex that. Pretty good. All right, this guy is top 10,000. He's got the emblem and everything. And they're playing Psychic. Interesting. We got double Rare Candy and Berry with a Cosmo OM. Okay, Ghastly. I'm intrigued. There's Solgaleo. We're basically missing the little guy. The Cosmog. With Cosmog, we can do great things, but if not, we can make use of Berry in the meanwhile. It seems like they're going to aim to suffocate us, but if I apply energy onto Snorlax and threaten them with a berry, then I can knock out the Haunter before it becomes a Gengar. Unless they Rare Candy, of course. Like, we got to factor in Rare Candy all the time. And the thing is, like, with Gengar EX, or just Gengar in general, I wonder if they'll attack or if they just hold on to that. Okay, they just hold on to that and build up the Giratina in the back. All right. We find the Cosmog. Ladies and gentlemen, we find the Cosmog. Now the question is, I mean, we have the combo here, so why not just send in the Solgaleo? Though it does leave us open to a Mars counterplay here, but that also affects my Berry anyways. The Rare Candy. On to whom? On to Gengar EX. Okay, so no Berry. So I'm happy I went with this line of play. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, Snorlax's bulk is huge here. Snorlax's bulk is massive here. It's everything. Wow, they set up the Dawn. Oh, that's pretty neat. That's the fastest Gengar EX I've ever seen. We got double Berry. We can leave that for later. Energy onto Cosmog. I can Rare Candy too. I know how to do that too. I'm going to bring in Solgaleo. This thick-ass Snorlax took in a hit and lived to see the day as we Rising Road. And now we bring you in. And like I said, the Snorlax may be word down, but we got double Berry in hand. We Soul Break them. Skarmory would not have survived that. Skarmory would have died. Huge swing here. I mean, you can't have an Ellie or Lily, but that's it. Double Giratina. Yeah, but those are very energy hungry as of now. The momentum is completely on our side here. They had a powerful opener with that Gengar buildup. But my Snorlax with the 140 HP stat, tanking that like nothing. And that's the beauty. Like, these are not useless. I can actually resort to these in the end game. And the question is, will you attack me or will you build up the Giratina? Choose your poison. They could have a Leaf, but, you know, they have 2 cards left in hand. No, they go for the hit. And we retaliate. Energy on to Snorlax. Break him with the sun. Break him with the sun. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know, I'm going with that. All right, come. You got this dude to deal with still, and you need time. You need one turn to build up. And I got my Snorlax in the back ready. Mom spaghetti. I gotta use my Pokemon Center Lady because we gotta play around. Or this, actually, honestly. Another Snorlax there. Pokeball here as well. Drop them all. Drop them all down. And energy onto the Cosmog because I could draw into Solgaleo as well, but this way I enable both angles. This way I enable both angles, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Soul Breaker. Mars could be a thing. Mars could really punish us here, but that's why I'm setting up both of these. Mars is my biggest worry. Because I got all the tools. Okay, Iono is also impactful, but that's why I know I can work with. Because I have two different angles here. I have Solgaleo. Or Berry. The problem is, who do we send in? You. Ah, Berry! Berry! Because now we can retreat onto Snorlax and finish him. Let's go! Let's go! I had me worried there for a moment. Oh, yeah. Mars was terrifying, but Iono we could deal with. Very neat. Oh, that was a game. That was a good player. Trying out some new stuff. You love to see that. That Gengar opener was strong, but the Snorlax bulk was so crucial. I really love this Pokemon combination. Like, the ability to pivot out the Snorlax so effortlessly is incredible, man. And that bulk is just so neat. I also love running two Pokemon like this that don't share weaknesses either. It's just... they just work well together. Another Masters ranked, or Masters emblem. Maybe I should put that emblem too. Otherwise people won't take me seriously. Let's go with the Cosmog here. I mean, we have another option. We have a golden Pokeball, which always feels nice. And a... okay, that Pikachu. Interesting, okay. That makes, like, pivoting around this kind of, like, irrelevant. We are just in need of finding rare candy. So we're going to go with the Pokeball first because we already have Snorlax. So we want to thin the deck out of a basic and therefore enhance our chances, mathematically speaking at least, of finding that rare candy. We find another Snorlax. So we got to preserve these in hand because a Pokemon communication can fix this. I have a berry. A rare candy top deck goes a long way here. But we don't have it. We have to adjust for that. We can teleport our way out. I mean, with this Spark, it doesn't really matter. I want to develop double and preserve this Cosmog in hand, I think. Even though the Spark is going to be hitting that, so... yeah, normally this would be great because I can teleport into the Snorlax, but this Pikachu just like gets through me anyways. But the moment I top deck a rare candy, this game is over. This game is over. Yeah, this combo is just kind of insane. Like, Solgaleo with rare candy is just like absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. They just look. This is obscene. This is actually obscene. Holy. Da-da-da. We're going first against fire. All right. We have the Snorlax. We have the Poison Barb. And we have the Solgaleo with a rare candy. Just missing good old Cosmog. And then we can just do ridiculous things again. I love doing ridiculous things. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna keep everything in hand here. I'm gonna place the poison barb. But I don't want to place this Snorlax because I don't want to play into a Sabrina this early. Like, if they want to attack me, I want them to get poisoned for it. Like, this is a big deterrent. A big deterrent. English. It's a bit deterrent for them attacking here. Because they just get worn down. But then they also have the incoming threat of, like, this thing just collapsing on them. So, it's a bit of a conundrum. I think as of now, at least in the early stages of the meta, like, it's better to play this tool because it just plays more mind games. And I'm just going to place energy onto Snorlax here and pass. I do not have the Cosmog. You know, you're not going to find all the pieces all the time. Otherwise, it would just be beyond broken. They are going to... I don't know, that helps us. Because we don't have Berry nor Cosmog. And now we have both. Now we have both, ladies and gentlemen. Do they find the rare candy? Oh, man, they're digging. They're digging for it. They are digging for it hard, and I need them to... I need them to chill. Because if that's like Charizard EX, then we're dead. Okay, what Charizard is this? No, it's that one. Okay, we're fine. We are fine, ladies and gentlemen. We are so damn fine. There's no point in developing this Cosmog yet because they could just Sabrina us to kill us here. So I'm gonna Berry. And I'm gonna collapse on them now. 100 damage. If it was the other Charizard, we'd be really screwed. But this one we can easily handle. This Charizard, like, I placed it on C tier with Rare Candy because, as you can see, like, you ramp into it, like, you accelerate into it, but what do you gain from accelerating into it? Not very much. There's Lily. They slash, they get poisoned. Okay. We top deck Berry, we're in a very good spot here. Double Cosmog is also something great because that makes me less vulnerable to a Sabrina now. We still have the other Snorlax, so this just completely thins out. This is great. It's phenomenal. This is phenomenal. We go for the Cosmog here. We place energy onto it. Should we? Yes. Energy onto you. Snorlax down here. Double Cosmog. And what about the Poison Barb? I just don't want to be vulnerable to a Mars. So I'm going to apply the other Poison Barb on the other Snorlax. Because Mars is the one thing that counters me here. So the more cards I play, the less cards I bring back to my deck if they Mars me. And now we put them in a bit of a conundrum because now they have the Crimson Storm. They do Iono us. Rare Candy, it's like nothing happened. But I like putting more cards in helped us play around that. We lose the golden Solgaleo. That's kind of sad. Honestly, that's a little bit devastating. Like I really wanted to showcase the shiny one. Like I don't care as much for this one. Like I'm sorry. Like I know that sounds mean, but oh, that's their entire hand. Ladies and gentlemen, that's their entire hand. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna Crimson Storm me. You're dead. And again, I know this looks as BM, but I really want to showcase. Like, I want to have as many games in which I do this, so for the intro, okay, guys? It's for the intro, it's for the content, all right? It's for the content. Energy on to Cosmog, Rare Candy. Solgaleo. Rising Road. And look at that, 130 HP with a poison. Man, that just happens to be perfect. Exact lethal. You love to see it. Checkmate, da-da-da. God, this Pokemon's busted. This, I'm not gonna lie, this Pokemon is broken. Like, I just keep doing this every game. We haven't lost a single game. Like, this recording session is just like clean. There's nothing. I got to do this every single time. Disgusting. Disgusting. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a deck to climb with. This is definitely like, this is like so strong. And the Snorlax synergy, like, it's, I know I've repeated myself a lot throughout the video, but the ability to retreat Snorlax with 4 retreat costs and just pivot it out of the way like nothing is insane. Like, Snorlax has a retreat cost of 4 for a reason. You have 140 HP on a basic body. If that were easy to, if you were to be able to retreat that very easily, like, that would be busted. And this guy allows you to do that for free. Sitting behind a wall of 140 HP, which is equivalent to that of Arceus and Darkrai EX, but it's not an EX Pokemon. And the best thing about it is, like, you set it to the back, and it's not like it's used. You can build it up and attack for 100 damage later, as if it were like a Darkrai. It's nuts. I know people gravitated towards Skarmory, but this combination is bonkers. And I would be shocked to not see more of it. But you saw it here first. Love you, have a soul day. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. We post daily Pokemon Pocket decks here. New expansion is out. We got a lot of work to do. I've never had so many decks I have to build ever because of rare candy and all the other stuff that came along with this expansion. Like, it's nuts. Like, we're not gonna run out of content for a long time. So if you guys have anything that you want me to prioritize, anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate ya. Thank you for your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow.